Hello, everyone. I'm Cliff Russell, and I'm here with Detroit Mercy Titans head basketball coach Bacari Alexander. Coach, always a pleasure to talk to you, sir.
Cliff, it's good to be here. You know, Media Day is exciting, man. Great turnout today by our members of the media.
Now, this is your second season. Last year, you didn't have a full year. You've got a full off season under your belt. You've got your program, your conditioning, all your regiments in place. How much do you think that will improve this Titan team?
I think the structures that we have in place, Cliff, that you allude to, has allowed us to really give ourselves a sense of normalcy, you know, if that makes sense. So the off-season training that we had in the spring, you know, that migrated into the summer months for our summer training camp when everybody reported, you know, with our new incoming freshmen and transfers, along with our fall camp prior to the practice season, now we're 15 practices in, has really gave us this seamless progression of preparation that is putting us in position to prepare for a season finally.
I heard you mention 17 players on your roster. I'm not going to ask you to go through all the players, but anything you want to highlight about this team?
I think what we did in our recruiting efforts as a staff is infuse the roster with some experience, both from the transfer market, the junior college market, and the high school market. So you got some four-year players that our fan base can grow with. You got some two-year players that can infuse us experience-wise, and we have something unique in a fifth-year transfer that which hadn't been done before, Cliff, here at Detroit Mercy, where you bring in experience and somebody that can come and make possibly an immediate impact.
I remember last year you had the term chaos about your defense. That is something I think you kind of hinged your program on. You won some games on that chaos. This year you might have a little different character or flavor. How will you characterize this year's team?
You know, we just want to be solid. You know, this year, solid and stingy, you know, is how we would describe our defense and offensive approach, you know, in the sense that we want to make sure that everything that we do is principle-based. We're dictating things of our offense, you know, of opponents, you know, when they're trying to design actions to exploit, you know, what would be perceived to be our weaknesses, you know, and at the same time, we want to put a healthy pressure on other teams. We want to get out and run, Cliff. We want to have fun. We want to be up-tempo. We want to be able to get clean rebounds by limiting teams to one shot on goal so we can get out in transition, which, you know, indeed is the most unorganized aspect of defense, you know, in basketball. So we want to just take advantage of that. We want to use our size and athleticism to get to the glass as well.
You have an exciting schedule. You have UCLA, you have Michigan down in the brand new facility. You got some mid-major teams you played on the road last year, you bring them home this year. And of course, there's a new face to the Horizon League. How do you see this schedule and these teams you face?
You know, I think it's going to be definitely challenging and exciting at the same time. And what it does, it prepares us for Horizon League play. Yes, we've added IUPUI to our league mix and brought the Indianapolis market with them with that addition after losing Valparaiso. But the thing that I really enjoy most, Cliff, about what we've done schedule-wise, we always try to go out and grab a Big Ten opponent. Obviously, those are in the form of guarantee games where we do some fundraising and bring revenue into the university. But at the same time, going into the ACC, playing a team like Virginia Tech, going to the Pac-12 and playing a team like UCLA only exposes our fans, our players, and just as important, attracts recruits because everybody wants to play against the very best.
You mentioned fans, you mentioned recruits. You remember when Detroit Mercy was the epicenter of fan basketball excitement in Detroit, and every high school player that could play thought about playing for Detroit Mercy. I suspect you're trying to bring that back and making some progress.
Oh, without question, man. We have a Mr. Basketball candidate on our roster in the freshman class this year, Jermaine Jackson Jr., who's a legacy kid. His father played on championship teams here, you know, and played in the NBA as well. Jack Ballantyne, another, you know, honorable mention all-state player, is here, along with two guys that actually cut down the nets for state championships, and Josh McFarlane and Gerald Blackshear from Detroit Western International High School as well. So we're excited to let everyone know that Detroit Mercy is a destination place if you're a real solid hooper, or should I say baller.
Yeah. And I'll have to mention, too, Detroit Mercy is right in the center of Detroit, in the center of the neighborhoods. There's a lot happening in the city right now, and it seems that Detroit Mercy, your Titan program, is a part of that growth and excitement.
Oh, without question. We're the oldest Division I basketball program in the state of Michigan. This is our 112th season that we're kicking off, with University of Michigan being second at 102 seasons young. And so we want to continue to grow this thing congruent with the rise of Detroit. if you move to Detroit, you move in the world, because right now this is a hot place to be. Little Caesars Arena, our partners at Olympia Entertainment, Motor City Madness, our conference tournament is all taking place simultaneously while the streets are changing, the neighborhoods are changing. This neighborhood that we sit here in the northwest corridor of Detroit, sandwiched between the John C. Lodge and Woodward Avenue, has 44,000 residents. And we want to welcome all back to Callahan Hall as we celebrate 65 years of this building standing here.
And finally, you have a lot of Titan fans, longtime Titan fans who are excited about what's happening now. You have a lot of new fans who say, hey, Bacari Alexander's there, something new is happening. What do you say to all those folks who are looking for Titan excitement and plan to be here at Callahan Hall?
You know, be loud, be proud, and let's spread the red, because I tell you, this is a venue where there's no bad sight lines, there's no bad seat in the house, and I think it's going to take a team effort. Before we start every practice, Cliff, I say the word team, my team repeats back to me together. And we're going to have that same mindset throughout the city and try to create a ripple effect. We sit in the center of the city, and we wanted to go east, west, north, and south so that people are taking that short drive down. And don't forget about the boys that play on Livernois.
All right. Well, congratulations, Coach. Exciting stuff. I look forward to the season. Always good to talk to you.
Thank you. My pleasure.
All right.
Go Titans.
Head coach Bacari Alexander, Detroit Mercy Titans men's basketball team. I'm Cliff Russell. Thanks for watching.